Live from Fox 5, welcome to the News Block.
And topping the news, 43 days of the government shutdown, a record breaker, and it could end today. We're watching the Capitol as the Congress is set to vote.
My name is Jack Schlossberg, and I'm running for Congress.
A political announcement from JFK's grandson and the son of Caroline Kennedy and Jack Schlossberg. And not as cold, but still cold. Temperatures slightly warmer today after yesterday's Arctic blast. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Sharon Crowley. Thanks so much for joining us on the News Block. We begin with breaking news on the government shutdown. After weeks of a stalemate, flight delays, and reduced SNAP benefits, Congress is set to vote today to reopen the government. Fox 5's Linda Schmidt is following closely for us and joins us with the very latest from the newsroom. Hi, Linda.
Yeah, hi there, Sharon. Well, you know, that vote is scheduled to happen at 7 o'clock tonight. So 3 hours from now, we're going to have to wait and see if it happens at that point. Now, Republican House Majority Leader Mike Johnson says he is, quote, optimistic that he will have enough Republican votes to pass the bill that the Senate passed on Monday night. Now, Republicans have a razor-thin majority in the House. That's why he's saying he is, quote, optimistic here. Now, House lawmakers are returning to D.C. while the Rules Committee, who you are looking at right here, earlier today cleared a procedural hurdle to get things going today. The government shutdown now in its 43rd day, the longest in history. Once the House members vote on the bill, it would then go to President Trump, who has already said that he will be signing it. However, it will take days or maybe even longer for air travel to get back to normal and for SNAP benefit recipients to begin receiving their food aid benefits. Federal workers will also start to receive back pay. Now, they have been working without a paycheck since the shutdown began October 1st.
Democrats dragged on the government shutdown for 43 days, the longest shutdown in U.S. history. But tonight, thanks to Republicans, the White House is very hopeful that this shutdown is going to come to an end.
House Democrats are here on the Capitol steps to reiterate our strong opposition to this spending bill because it fails to address the Republican health care crisis and it fails to extend the Affordable Care Act tax credit.
You know, and Jeffries was just saying it right there. The bill does not include extending Obamacare health care subsidies for more than 40 million Americans. Now, the Senate has promised to hold a vote on that issue in mid-December. Sharon, back upstairs to you.
And Linda, it sounds like the Democrats are going to continue to try to fight for Obamacare and hold the president to his promises.
Yeah, that's right, Sharon. You know, House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries, who, of course, is from New York. We just heard the sound from him there. He is planning on trying to force a floor vote on extending those Obamacare subsidies. However, he is up against a major hurdle here. He wants to extend it for 3 years, but he would need 218 signatures in order to even trigger a vote on that, which he more than likely, I can almost guarantee he's not going to get that.
We'll have to wait and see. Hey, thanks, Linda. We'll check back with you at 5 tonight. Well, you're now looking live at LaGuardia, just one of the airports, still feeling the impact from this government shutdown. Nearly 900 flights in the U.S. have been canceled so far today, with more than 1,200 flights delayed due to the air traffic control staffing shortage. As always, you can check with your airline before heading to the airport. Right now, though, let's check on the weather. A little bit warmer today, but not much. It's still cold out there, right, Liv?
Very cold, and definitely the strong winds aren't helping. So, yeah, we're just in the upper 40s right now in New York City, 48 degrees to be exact. We're 49 out on Long Island. Dropped into the 30s for Monticello and Poughkeepsie, almost down to the 30s, just 44 degrees there right now. Hartford in the mid-40s at 45, and we're still hanging on to 50 for Newark and Trenton. But we have these strong wind speeds. That's really the only issue we've had today, mainly partly cloudy skies. But right now, consistent wind speeds are about between 5 and 15 miles per hour, but gusting 25 to 30 miles per hour. That's happening in New York, up in Poughkeepsie, and we've been going in and out of some stronger wind gusts for places like Long Island and most of New Jersey as well. That's going to continue tomorrow. Gusts will be pretty much the same, peaking at 25 to 30 miles per hour pretty much all day. That's really the only thing, again, that we have to deal with. Other than that, satellite radar is pretty clear until the weekend, and I'll tell you about that a little later.
All right, thanks, Liv. Well, a new generation of Kennedy is getting involved in New York politics. Fox 5's Antoine Lewis is here with the details. Antoine.
Good afternoon, Sharon. President John F. Kennedy's grandson is entering the family business, so to speak. Jack Schlossberg announcing his run for the United States House of Representatives.
My name is Jack Schlossberg, and I'm running for Congress to represent my home, New York's 12th Congressional District, where I was born and raised, where I took the bus to school every single day, from one side of the district to the other.
So that's 32-year-old Jack Schlossberg officially launching his campaign for Congress. He is the son of Caroline Kennedy Schlossberg. He's looking to fill the seat being vacated next year by Congressman Jerry Nadler, who announced back in September he will not be seeking re-election after 33 years in Congress. Now, as you heard Jack mention, the seat is for the 12th district, which includes Manhattan's Upper West Side, Upper East Side, and parts of Midtown. Some political observers say, Sharon, that it's hard to win this district for someone who's running for office for the first time, as is the case here. Take a listen.
This is an important district. It's also an unusual district. It's a very compact, kind of heart of uptown Manhattan, Upper West Side, Upper East Side Manhattan. And to win those voters, you've got to make a real argument about substance, about experience, about what you're going to do when you get to Washington. And being a young guy with a famous name, I'm not sure that gets you over the hump.
Schlossberg has gained a large following on social media, weighing in on national issues, including taking aim at his second cousin, the current health secretary, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., because, as you know, that would make his mother, Caroline, and Robert Jr. first cousins there in that regard. But I'm on top of this again. We got more information about this coming up today at 5.
All right, Antoine, we'll see how far that Kennedy name gets him. We appreciate it.
All right.
Well, Mayor-elect Zoran Mamdani and New York Governor Kathy Hochul together for an important ribbon-cutting ceremony today. They joined other community leaders celebrating the grand opening of the National Urban League's new headquarters and empowerment center in Harlem. The league is returning to Harlem, where it was founded back in 1910. The new $242 million mixed-use center is also going to include 170 affordable housing units.
There's going to be families that never knew that they could have the dignity of a beautiful home, a sense of community. As governor, one of the most joyful things I do is to give someone the keys to a home that they never dreamed of.
We all know that political freedom without economic freedom is no freedom at all.
Well, the new Urban League Center will also be home to a civil rights museum, retail outlets, which will include a Target and a Trader Joe's, and additional office space for community-based nonprofits. Well, police wanting your help finding someone they say is wanted in connection with a robbery pattern in Manhattan and the Bronx. Take a look. Police say the person on your screen is allegedly involved in 10 robberies in the Bronx and an additional 7 in Manhattan just in the last 2 months. The majority are gunpoint robberies of bikes, jewelry, money, and personal property. If you have any information, you're urged, of course, to call NYPD Crime Stoppers in that hotline, 1-800-577-TIPS. And the police also need your help identifying a person they say is responsible for a series of hate crimes in Far Rockaway, Queens. Police say this person allegedly vandalized 3 churches on October 5th. The suspect is accused of painting anti-Christian statements on the front of 3 churches. Well, one of the 2 Major League Baseball pitchers accused of being involved in a betting scandal is appearing in Brooklyn court today. Cleveland Guardians pitcher Luis Ortiz arrived at federal court for his arraignment. Ortiz and his teammate Emmanuel Clase are accused of arranging to throw certain pitches that others bet on. Ortiz was arrested Sunday, and Clase is not in custody. Meantime, lawyers for both players claim they are innocent. Well, it was a somber morning in Queens as loved ones gathered to honor the victims of a deadly plane crash. 24 years ago, American Airlines Flight 587 out of JFK crashed into Bell Harbor, the section of the Rockaways. Now, family members of the victims made their way to the memorial, as you can see there, on Beach 116th Street in Rockaway Park to take part in the annual event. We spoke with someone who lost her father in the crash.
My time with him, I only have maybe a handful of memories left. So doing this and then having my family keeps his memory alive. Like, I don't remember his voice anymore. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
And you can see it still hurts.
Well, the flight, which was headed to the Dominican Republic, crashed on November 12, 2001, 2 months after 9/11. The incident claimed 265 lives. Officials say the cause of the crash was a combination of pilot error and wind conditions.